The following video contains content and/or language which may be considered unsuitable for younger viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Dave Madson Entertainment Inc. presents
Dave and Friends, Episode 17, The Most Devious Conspiracy Untold, Part 1.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Sam. How's Mike and Mary's honeymoon going?
They are having a very good time on their honeymoon vacation.
I hope that voyeur won't record a sex tape of our cousins.
Don't worry, Zed already took that troublemaker down before he attempted to do the rudest thing ever.
That's right, Brutus. If that two-horned cannonball creature keeps it up, I'm totally gonna kill him.
I know, but you better keep your cool when you take down a spoiled troublemaker.
I understand, Serdek.
I hope that Mike and Mary's honeymoon is as happy and peaceful as our honeymoon.
I hope so too, Hannah.
I remember the time when Classic Bully escaped from Croatia for saluting on Evil Sam, and I was part of the group who gave brutal punishments to him.
I watched that video too, Zira.
If Classic Bully's parents figured it out, where would his parents send him to?
Probably Latvia, because Sam said in Weather Star's video that if Classic Bully keeps it up, they will send him to Latvia or other countries in Europe. Good thing we appeared in Weather Star's video. You said it, Abby.
Man. This is even more complicated than we ever thought before.
Is something wrong, Cedric?
Dave, there's something urgently important we need to talk about. Can you bring everyone in for another staff meeting?
Okay then, Cedric.
Later, after Dave called the entire gang for a staff meeting.
Now that everyone is here, the meeting will now come to order.
Chocolate milk and hot dogs!
And hold the relish.
Lamest joke ever.
Can we just cut that shit out? That order joke is literally worn out.
Zed's right. This is a very serious meeting and we need to be aware of what is going to happen.
I have to agree with Zed and Serdek. We don't need jokes at a time like this.
What's so lame about what we just said?
We just think that the word order is something to do with fast food. But oh well, let's climb out of this pool.
Later, after Tutti, CH and Connor climbed out of the basement pool and drank some chocolate milk.
Okay, Cedric, what urgently important do you need to tell us?
It's about the wicked beings we defeated.
What about them? Are they trying to torment us again?
Not exactly. After we defeated the Stoker family, Rowena Stoker and her parents, Walter Stoker and Carolina Viper, Electra Shocker, and the evil imposters, there is something that keeps nagging my head the whole time.
We feel the same way as you, Cedric.
Can you please tell us what it is? Yeah, what is it that nags your head entirely?
Well, whenever we destroy their infernal companions, they're taking revenge on us.
True, and those wicked imbeciles managed to try to destroy all of us, declare a war on every country we stayed, and cause terrible disasters to the entire world.
It's probably the horrors of 2012 that keeps coming back to our senses.
We don't think that's the case, Rhonda.
It's not?
No, Wanda. It is something to do with Dave himself.
Me? What? That can't be real!
That's just what I was about to say.
We must have a few mind readers among us.
Wait a minute. What does my future cousin have to do with the evil forces' plot?
That's the question we really need to answer to all of you right now, so listen up.
Okay, we are listening.
All right. So, we all know that the wicked entities always intruded the studio to claim all of us by force as their property, right?
Yes.
Not only that, those wicked beings always think that they have hard evidence against us.
But in actuality, all of them are fabricated.
And whenever they said that in front of our faces, we said that the Prince of Darkness does not own us, right?
That's right.
But they keep saying that it is bullshit, when in actuality, the evil forces are bullshit themselves.
I agree, Guy.
And whenever those infernal imps try to take one of us to Satan's kingdom or we refuse to surrender ourselves to them, those imps either zap us with their laser eye beams or shit all over us.
Sometimes they karate kick our deflector shields when we protect ourselves from getting zapped.
You got that right, Taylor. Well, what we remember was that Rhonda always got zapped by those wicked bitches whenever she protected Dave.
And oh boy, these infernal harlots never learn.
That's why I don't want to get seduced by those devilettes.
So let's just say that Dave is the evil force's main target. They want him as their rightful property of their infernal kingdom. But for what?
Yeah. What property do those evil forces have for Dave?
What I know is that their infernal master owns the old Hades and Satan's kingdom. Not that kind of property, Natalie. It's an enslavement property.
Enslavement property?
How come the evil forces want Dave as their property for enslavement? That doesn't make any sense.
I agree with you, Martina.
Do we even know what the evil forces' master plan really is?
Of course we do. Their most devious plan is taking over Dave Madson's world and nothing else.
If that is the case, then those infernal imps might have planned something very devastating for him.
But why Dave? Why do the evil forces want Dave so much?
I know, right?
Among all of us in the studio who seem to be the evil force's main targets, why did they choose Dave as the most wanted suspect in Satan's kingdom?
It sounds very confusing, but what we all know is that Volcana wanted Dave to be her husband.
Maybe Volcana's plan of marrying Dave had a purpose. Ben's right. Volcana was so lustfully obsessed with Dave that she wanted him to be with her for all eternity.
Even the rest of the wicked beings are so obsessed with him that they wanted him to be their primal subject.
What my children say is true. Those infernal harlots have a purpose in seducing Dave.
That's exactly the point. Their nasty gestures are part of their wicked shenanigans that made Dave fall for it.
So that's why the wicked beings are so obsessed with Dave that they tempted Dave and made him fall for it.
That's correct.
And also, they deluded themselves into thinking that some wrongs I did can't be forgiven. And when I say God forgave me for those wrongs, they claim such a statement was scandalous.
Well, all of this begs the question that keeps nagging our heads for so long.
Why are those infernal entities always so obsessed with Dave? What purpose do they have with him and their master plan?
Do we need to ask those wicked troublemakers when they show up?
Well, probably.
Why don't we ask them now?
That would be impossible, 2D.
JCTN Squad. We think we know the answers to those questions.
And you won't believe what we're about to say.
Do Mr. Rudolph and Mrs. JD know why the evil forces have been lusting after Dave for so long? And if so, will Dave be able to comprehend the true nature of the evil forces' motives? Find out in the next episode of Dave and Friends.
This has been a Dave Madson Entertainment Inc. production.